Hey, in the sixth grade, this is your video for science for Tuesday, November 10th. And we're going to be reading pages 102, 104, 73 and 70 through 75. You don't need to do 75, but 74. And those are study guides. And so you can do that from the things that we've done before. So here we go. Heat at work. If you tried to burn a piece of granite, you would find it very difficult. It would take a tremendous amount of heat to do so. You also would have to use much more energy than you could gain from the hot rock. Some kinds of matter are good sources of thermal energy, though. These kinds of matter are often called fuels. Fuel sources. A fuel is any substance that releases energy when it burns. Some common fuels are wood, oil, gasoline, and natural gas. Each contains matter that releases thermal energy by a chemical change. As the fuel burns, some of it changes into thermal energy. Some of the fuels that we use are known as fossil fuels. Fossil fuels include coal, crude oil, and natural gas. The worldwide flood of Noah's day, recorded in Genesis 7 through 8, can account for the abundance of fossil fuels that we find in the world today. There are still large quantities of fossil fuels around the world, but these fuels are often described as non-renewable. A non-renewable resource is one that is no longer forming today. Another form of fuel is wood. This fuel has been used throughout history. Today, many people use fossil fuels instead of wood. However, there are still places in the world where wood is the only available fuel. Unlike fossil fuels, wood is a renewable resource, which means it can be replaced. New trees can grow naturally, or people can plant new ones. Fuel uses. Releasing thermal energy is usually the purpose for burning a fuel. Many people burn fuel to keep warm in cold weather. As fuels burn, they can heat homes or other buildings. Natural gas, heating oil, coal, and wood are all common fuels used for heating. However, fuels are not just used to heat homes. Some people use natural gas to cook food, dry clothes, or heat water. Sometimes wood is used to cook food as well. Power plants use fuel to produce electricity. The burning fuel gives off thermal energy. This energy heats water and produces steam. The steam is used to turn a propeller-like device called a turbine. The turbine then turns the generator to produce the electricity. Many other industries also burn fuels. Without heat from fuels, many products could not be made. For example, iron ore, a rock-like mineral used to make steel, must be melted to remove any impurities. However, the melting point of iron is very high, about 1,535 degrees Celsius. Fossil fuels produce the very high temperatures needed for this process. Once the impurities are removed from the liquid iron, it is mixed with the other substances and poured into molds. As the metal cools and solidifies, it forms many of the steel products that you use. Most forms of transportation involve the burning of fuels made from crude oil. Almost all cars burn gasoline made from crude oil. Large trucks use diesel fuel, which is also made from crude oil. Even jet fuel is a product of crude oil. And now for the last page here, unwanted heat. Often when energy changes from one form to another, thermal energy is also produced. Sometimes the heat is the desired result. At other times, though, the heat is not wanted. In these cases, it is a waste product or byproduct. The heat from a light bulb is an example of this. The electrical energy in the light bulb produces light. Light is the desired form of energy, but the light bulb also gets very hot. The energy that produces the light also creates heat. This heat is a byproduct. One of the things that they've changed with the LED is that it doesn't require as much heat. There is a little bit of heat with it, but not a lot. Unwanted heat can sometimes damage equipment. For example, when a car engine burns fuel, the engine produces mechanical energy. This energy moves the car, but it also produces heat. Some of this heat is a byproduct. If not removed, it will cause the engine to get too hot. To prevent that, a car radiator uses fluid to transport heat away from the engine. A fan near the engine also helps move away extra heat. Other machines also use fans to remove unwanted heat. A computer produces a lot of heat as electricity moves through its parts. This heat could damage sensitive parts of the computer, so a fan in the computer removes heat away from these parts. Even your body has its own type of cooling system. God designed the human body to maintain a certain temperature range. When you exercise, though, your body converts energy from one form to another. This produces extra heat. The blood in your body carries this heat close to your skin surface so it can be released. Your body may also produce sweat. The sweat evaporates on your skin and helps cool your body. Because of this loss of water, though, you should drink plenty of fluids when you exercise. Replacing the fluids helps maintain your body's cooling system. All right, and so your word of the day, your secret word is water. Have a good day. Bye.